If you've been watching the charts lately, you've probably noticed something strange, something almost counterintuitive. While the broader crypto market is deep in fear, while traders are panic selling, while major caps are bleeding from every angle, Turbo Coin refuses to slow down. In fact, it's doing the exact opposite, surging, breaking levels, and shaking the entire market awake. And at first glance, people think it's just another meme coin pump, another emotional wave, another temporary hype cycle. But when you zoom in, look at the technicals, trace the news catalysts, and study the on-chain activity, the story becomes very different. Suddenly, the chart stops looking like hype and starts looking like strategic accumulation, a reversal, a signal, something far bigger than people think. Because right now, Turbo isn't just pumping. Turbo is sending a message. Let me take you into the story. Starts quietly. November 28, 2025. The market is shivering in fear. Bitcoin is struggling, altcoins are red across the board. Sentiment is low, liquidity is dry, and everyone is calling for a deeper crash. But then, something breaks the pattern. Turbo Coin suddenly surges 30% within 24 hours, completely unbothered by the market chaos around it. And this isn't just a random spike. This is a move backed by mathematics, news, community, volume, and fundamentals coming together at once. The MACD histogram flips positive, giving the first hint that momentum is building. The RSI sits around 58.7, showing strength but not overbought, meaning the pump isn't exhausted, the buyers aren't tired, and more room still exists for an upward move. Then the big moment arrives. Turbo breaks out of a 2-month downtrend, slicing through the resistance at $0.0019, a level that held it hostage for weeks. The breakout is violent, decisive, and supported by something extremely rare in the current market, a 703% explosion in trading volume. This isn't retail hype. This isn't bots. This is real buying pressure, real conviction, real accumulation. But you want to know the wildest part? Even though the whole market is choking in fear, Turbo isn't acting like an altcoin in a bearish environment. It's acting like an altcoin preparing for a new cycle. And just when analysts start asking why the price is moving this aggressively, the news begins to unfold. First, Turbo forms an official collaboration with Tangem, bringing secure, physical crypto wallets into the Turbo ecosystem. This changes everything. It means real-world adoption, secure storage, and a new level of trust for investors who have been waiting for legitimacy. Next, Turbo gets listed on Messier for peer-to-peer trading. This isn't just another listing. This is liquidity expansion, increased global accessibility, and direct user-to-user trading, something that removes friction and tightens spreads, making it easier than ever for new buyers to enter the market. And while all of this is happening, the on-chain data starts to show a pulse, like the blockchain itself is waking up. Network activity increases, new wallets join, transactions multiply, whales begin to move silently, positioning before the crowd notices. But the true engine behind Turbo isn't just the partnerships, or the listings, or the charts. It's the community. Turbo's Twitter starts lighting up with engagement. Holders hype up every breakout. Analysts begin predicting the next move. Influencers whisper about an upcoming alt season. And suddenly, the community energy becomes impossible to ignore. And here's where the story sharpens. The broader crypto market is in fear mode, but small altcoins, especially those with strong communities, traditionally shine in these moments. Because history shows that when Bitcoin stalls, when the market hesitates, liquidity starts flowing into aggressive, high-volatility coins. Exactly the kind of environment where Turbo thrives. And technical analysis is telling the same story. After the breakout, price begins aiming for the next major Fibonacci level, 0.236, which sits around $0.0026. If Turbo clears that zone, the chart opens up to levels that haven't been touched in months. It's the kind of setup traders dream about: strong fundamentals, heavy volume, a clean breakout, and a clear target above. But what makes Turbo so relentless, so explosive, so resistant to market crashes? Because Turbo isn't just rising from hype. Turbo is rising from momentum, infrastructure, engagement, liquidity, and psychology. It's rising because people believe a new altcoin wave is coming. It's rising because the chart confirms what the news is saying. It's rising because the volume shows whales entering before retailers notice. It's rising because partnerships are stacking and adoption is growing. It's rising because even in market fear, some projects simply refuse to die. Turbo is one of those projects. So when people ask, why is Turbo pumping during a market crash? Why is Turbo exploding while everything is red? Why is Turbo breaking levels that held for months? The answer is simple, because Turbo is in its breakout phase. Because Turbo has momentum that fear cannot stop. Because Turbo holders aren't shaken, they're preparing for the next wave. Because the fundamentals lined up at the perfect moment. Because the market loves underdog rallies. Because community coins rise fastest when nobody expects it. Because the volume tells the true story, smart money is moving. And even though corrections will come, because no coin moves up forever, the bigger picture is clear. Turbo is not slowing down. Turbo is not done. Turbo is just getting started. This is why Turbo coin will keep exploding in the crypto market despite the crash. Because sometimes, in the middle of fear, the strongest coins reveal themselves. And Turbo is one of them.